So I was watching some YouTube the other day, right? And I came across this movie, a free movie, pops up out of the blue, right? It's called Emotion 2.0. So I'm like, all right, looks like kind of a spiritual movie. I'm going to check it out. All right. So I'm glad I did because it talks about, energy, right? Emotion is basically energy in motion. So I've been doing a lot of energy work uh the past few years. I would have to say that learning about how energy works and quantum physics and particles and waves and atoms and fucking all the stuff that goes with it, right? Energy is something that we're made of, right? And energy flows through this vessel that we call our bodies and all this spiritual jang, right? So anyways, this movie goes on to say that all disease is nothing but suppressed emotions, right? So the thing is, when we suppress emotions, right? Once we suppress that energy emotion, it gets stuck in certain parts of our body and creates disease, right? So this is it. I mean, it's a simple thing once you understand that especially with guys, right? Guys are, it's unheard of for a guy to express his emotions, right? It's a woman thing. But the thing is, man, a lot of this suppressed emotion gets trapped in the body in different parts, and it turns into fucking cancer and terminal illnesses and depression and anxiety is and all that stuff is basically trapped energy in your body. And well, what's the cure? The cure for it is basically to get the energy moving, right? That's a pretty cool movie. I mean, uh check it out if you're into this sort of thing, but it kind of gives you an idea of what the hell is going on when it comes to illnesses and diseases and all this stuff, man. It all basically boils down to energy, man. If you're in a negative state, right? If you're in a negative, low frequency, low vibrational state, right? And you're depressed and you're angry and lethargic and fucking shameful and guilty. These are all lower states of consciousness, right? So the thing is, man, if you suffer grief or loss or for anything like that, I notice people who lost a loved one, they themselves can just through that emotion of grief end up causing themselves physical illnesses and damage to their own body because all this energy is being suppressed. It's not being able to move. It's being stagnated in the body. And once you learn to release the energy, your body can go back to its natural form, its natural balance, its natural friggin' vigor, if that's the word to use, man. But like I'm just saying, it's as simple as that, right? And what medications do is that you take a medication, say for depression, or you take a medication for whatever it is, all it's doing is it's screwing with the biochemicals in your body, your neurochemicals in your brain that's there to naturally, alleviate these symptoms, right? The stagnant energy. And it's just a mask, right? It doesn't cure the problem. It just masks it. All it really does. You want to get to the root cause of something, you got to look at the energy part of it. And this is the thing. This is why working out and going for walks and being out in nature and eating healthy foods and are all part of meditation and fucking Reiki or whatever you want to call it, healing, right? This they learn how to cleanse the energy and cleanse the fucking aura that's around your body, right? Oh man, it goes so deep that once you really understand that there's more than meets the eye when it comes to the physical, material, 3D illusion that you live in, man. Um, you can start to understand that music and certain frequencies, binaural beats, um, can cure your body. I mean, you can cure a lot of ailments. And I use sound frequency to heal a lot of myself. Because I'm a more of an auditorial person. I mean, for audio and whatnot. And so I just start listening to these different sounds, these different frequencies and binaural beats. And there's a few different websites, or not websites, but YouTube channels that actually fixate on these certain things, and you can cure so many, well, just about anything you can cure through just by listening to these sounds. So it works. I don't know if you want to call it a placebo effect or whatever it is, but I believe that it's energetically programmed to uh, alleviate these symptoms that you have. And hey, I used it. It works. It's not an overnight fix, but and I've recommended it to other people. I think that there's got to be a small grain of belief that it actually works for it to work. But other than that, man, it's a very natural way to cure any sort of disease, right? But this is the thing. I've been on this journey now for quite a few years. It all started just with me trying to feel better, because I felt like a bag of shit and I was just in a lower state of consciousness. I was crippled by fucking vices and, such as alcohol and cannabis and any other hard drugs you could get my hands on. Riddled with anger and shame and guilt and fucking resentment and all this shit, man, that can just cripple your body. It can just all this stagnant, it's all just stagnant energy that can just weaken your bones. It could give you all kinds of diseases and cancers form and all this stuff. I'm telling you is real life stuff, but it can be flipped. The script can be flipped, man, and it's not through fucking the what they're using in so-called modern society with people who get cancers and get all this other stuff, and they go through the radiation and they give them the chemo and they give them all this crap. Yeah, that works, but it's an outside effect. It's a fucking effect trying to fix an effect, right? You got to get to the cause of the issue, which is basically stagnant energy, man. And once I think people are starting to understand that there's more to it than meets the eye, because the pharmaceutical companies are multi-trillion-dollar company. I mean, the doctors and the pharmaceuticals they want to just start pushing these meds out to people, and the older you get, the more meds you get to be on, and the people taking the medication thinks that it's doing something, but it's not really doing fuck all. It's just a belief system. Is it the pill that's working, or is it the belief in the pill that it's working, right? Oh, it goes so deep, man. It goes so deep. But with that being said, I usually put these little fillers in on my channel now. Totally taking a different angle to the content that I used to upload. And I just want to make people aware that, your mind is creating all this illusion, man. It's creating all this stuff. It's creating your belief system, which in turn creates what you see in the outside world, man. And, you combine that with energy work and everything else that goes on top of it. There's so much information, man. And I think just by doing these videos and getting out bits and pieces of information that I can, one, help other people, and two, better understand it myself. So with that being said, thanks for tuning in. Take it easy.